Tonight on STN Channel 2 News, developing news from Park River after a pipe burst this morning. We have the details.
And Spring Fling is happening this weekend. See how students are enjoying this event at the University of Hartford.
And a power outage in parts of the residential side of campus earlier in the week. We'll let you know what happened. Happy Spring Fling, everybody. STN Channel 2 News starts right now. Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to STN Channel 2 News and Happy Spring Fling. I'm Scott Roberts.
And I'm Johnny Wade.
We begin tonight's newscast with developing news from early this morning. The Park River apartments were evacuated following a fire alarm. Now, this all happened around 6 a.m. The videos you see here are from the scene just outside of Conover from STN2 reporter Joe Prinky. Officials say a burst pipe was to blame for the alarm. Students were allowed back into the building shortly before 7. In an email sent out to residents, ResLife Director Michael Malone said the hot water supply inside Park River was affected. Students were told they would be without hot water for an indefinite amount of time. Another email was sent out around 12:30 this afternoon, informing students that the water is back on again.
As everyone on campus knows, it's Spring Fling weekend, so we're going to send it live to STN's Rachel Sisto, who's live in the village with more on this weekend's festivities. Rachel?
Hey guys, like you said, I'm live in the village. We're actually between the 6s and the 7s right now. And clearly, Mother Nature has decided that she wants to warm it up and keep things really bright. And after a long winter, it's awesome, and everyone is very excited for Spring Fling. It's the beginning of the end of the year. The snow is finally melted, the days are longer, and UHeart's annual Spring Fling celebration kicked off with a luau and pig roast Thursday afternoon.
BSU and CASA, they have a party which is on Friday. It's a paint party, so they will be throwing out like powder and stuff like that. It's kind of like a clash of the classes color war, so every class has a color that they're gonna have, so that's pretty cool and interesting.
Many of the Spring Fling mainstays will be occurring Saturday, including the main stage concert and the comedy show. However, there is one big change to Spring Fling weekend.
Only thing that's pretty much different from previous years is everything's on the residential side. So I think that more access for the students to come to it, and more students will come to it because it's all free.
The artists for the main stage concert were announced back in February. Sage the Gemini, Ace Hood, and Travis Porter will be joining the ranks of past Spring Fling performers, including Bad Rabbits, 303, Wale, and Ludacris. Overall, Kat thinks Spring Fling 2015 will be a success.
As long as there's no rain. We're not sure about the weather. Fingers crossed that the weather will be as great as it was this weekend, or at least Sunday.
And it looks like beautiful weather is exactly what we're going to get for the weekend. Now, if you're interested in going to BSU's paint party, that'll be at the Conover lot in the concert enclosure tonight at 11 p.m. And in the immortal words of President Harrison, have fun, but don't be a knucklehead. Live in the village, Rachel Sisto, STN Channel 2 News. Now back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Rachel. Let there be light? Well, not quite. Parts of campus were left without power, this after a partial outage that occurred Monday night, leaving many in the dark. The residential side looked a bit darker than normal Monday evening, this after an outage that knocked out partial power to sections of the village, Park River, and Conover.
The CLMP line, which is now, they're no longer CLMP, they're now Eversource, had a fault in one of their phases. One of the 3 phases that they have that brings power into the university developed a fault. When that occurred, it also took one of the fuses out.
But what confused many students was the fact that in some rooms the power was out and in others nothing happened. Beaumont says this is part of a 3-phase design within the electrical network.
So you will have your outlet working perfectly fine because you're on A phase. The C phase might have your lights on it, so none of your lights will work if the C phase is out. This one happened to be the B phase that was out.
Eversource was called to campus to address the problem, where they later cut the power completely to fix the issue.
So for example, if you look at it at a U this way, the loop on this side has power, loop on this side has power, break in between is normally where you would separate the loop. So we close this loop here, open this, so we're now feeding from this way.
And with the soon-to-be microgrid on campus, Beaumont says it's a safe backup to have, just in case.
Our microgrid system would allow us to feed those apartments through our substation. It's electrical, fuse can go. We hope that we won't have that problem, but it would give us a little bit more reliability.
The microgrid project would connect all of campus to emergency generators behind East Hall. It is expected to be completed over the summer. Johnny, finally, beautiful weather. I'm so glad the sun finally came out.
Yeah, so I hope it's going to be staying out for us on Spring Fling. So, Chris, is it?
Thanks, guys. Due to it being Spring Fling weekend, students are hoping to be running around, having fun in the sun. Or does Mother Nature have other plans? Stick with us and find out, because weather is coming up next.
Thank you, Chris. Coming up next on STN Channel 2 News, we'll follow up with a story we brought you last week regarding an alleged sexual assault claim here on campus.
And the Office of Residential Life has been sending out email surveys to students. We asked them, why all the surveys?
And we'll take a look at the new candidates who will be running for the White House in 2016. All that and more. STN Channel 2 News. We'll be right back.
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And now, your STN2 weather forecast.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chris DeGray at the Weather Desk. This week has brought us some warmer temperatures, and it's finally starting to feel like spring. But will it stick around? I will get to that. But first, here's what it was like outside today. Okay, so here's a nice shot of the village. It was mostly cloudy, not too much sun out today. Kind of looked like it was going to rain, but it didn't yet today. It was slightly windy out. Not too bad, though, but there was a slight wind. There was like nice out. There was a little bit of cloud, like a lot of clouds out. It could have been better out, but hopefully it'll get better for the rest of Spring Fling. People were setting up for the concerts that will be happening. So here's Friday's precipitation forecast, and there is expected to be rain today, like around 1 to 3 inches. Yes, there will be rain, more like later on tonight, so make sure to bring a rain jacket out, but for the rest of Spring Fling, it should hopefully be fine. But tonight, you might want to bring a jacket. For Saturday, for the highs, it'll be 71 around here, so it'll be really nice. So you don't need to bring a jacket or anything. It'll be great weather for Spring Fling. Up towards Boston, it'll be 64, so like a little bit colder up there, but still very nice weather overall after the winter that we have had. And it's going to be for the Friday day. It'll be AM showers, which we haven't had, but we've been on the lookout for them. So it has been very cloudy out. There should be showers tonight. Not too bad, so be on the lookout for them. For Saturday, it'll be a lot warmer and much nicer out and more sunny. And for Sunday, it should be mostly sunny, seasonable, with a high of 62. So pretty nice. Not as nice as Saturday with a high of 71, but still a pretty nice day. And for the 7-day forecast, it'll be for Friday, it should be around 71. For Saturday, it'll be 71. Monday, it should be 51. Tuesday, it'll be around 68. Wednesday and Thursday, highs of 63, 55. It should be raining a little bit, so a little bit of rain next week. Not as nice as we've usually had, but still decent weather.
I would say more than decent weather. This is going to be beautiful weather. I'm really glad that it finally decided to warm up for around the time that we needed it to be. It's no rain like last year, so really great weather to have.
Yeah. Nice to have the warm temperatures after this winter.
Yeah, spoiled you are. The first Spring Fling and you're getting nice weather.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Last week, STN brought you the latest information on an alleged sexual assault claim made online. So this week, we wanted to investigate what the university is doing in this situation. On March 31st, an anonymous letter accusing a member of the Hartford men's lacrosse team of sexual assault was posted online. But due to the anonymity of this claim, the university is unsure of what to do.
whenever we have a report, and that's why this is troubling, this anonymous post was troubling to me, because I want a report that that my folks in public safety particularly can investigate and deal with and find out what happened, and if there's a reason to take action, to take the action, and to support the person who's reporting.
I think they're worried about retaliation, you know, maybe from a group or from another individual, or they're scared, or they're concerned that it won't be handled correctly.
The university offers many ways that a student can report sexual assault or violence.
I'm a trained sexual assault crisis advocate, so they can come to me, or they can go to CAPS. That's their two options. Or they can go outside to a community agency. So there's 3 different options that a student does have.
Also, the university does offer the victims complete confidentiality if they wish when dealing with these matters.
What I really hope is that students feel comfortable enough to come forward, and you know, and we'll try to do the best we can to keep it confidential if that's what they want to remain, or you know, or we can work an investigation and do our best to keep them safe.
For the contact information to report any cases of sexual assault or violence on the university, you can visit our website at stn2.tv.
Dean of the Hart School, Aaron Flagg, will be stepping down as dean following this semester after being appointed chair and associate director of Juilliard Jazz effective July 15th. Flagg was appointed as dean back in 2009 and has made many accomplishments during his time here, such as the Fuller at 50, the $3 million campaign to revitalize the 3 major music performance halls in the Fuller Music Center. STN and the university wishes him the best in his next career.
You may have recently gotten an email to do a survey based on your opinions on residential experience on campus. The surveys are sent out so the University of Hartford can get viable information on Pacific students' wants and needs. Residential Life has also taken part in emailing these surveys with questions regarding students' attitudes about their current state of residency. Res Life has many goals they want to achieve, such as satisfaction and ideas for growth on campus. But the positive growth of satisfaction starts first with the students.
It's really important for students to provide their feedback. I know it's time consuming, but one of the things is that things change with this. So last cycle that we had, it was our baseline. So it tells, we could compare ourselves to other schools, we could compare ourselves nationwide, but what are our students saying? And this coming year, we'll have a 2-year comparison, so we'll hear what our sophomores, our freshmen, sophomores, and juniors said 2 years ago to what our current classes are saying this year.
The Office of Residential Life will continue to send out these surveys to be more responsive to student requests and comments. All departments hope to bring positive change with these surveys.
All right, when we come back, WSAM is going back on the air after a year out of commission. We have the details.
Plus, a few ticks in Connecticut have been found carrying a deadly virus. Find out how you can stay safe.
Also, the jury in the Aaron Hernandez murder trial reached a verdict on Wednesday. Stay with us.
Make Super Pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
You're watching STN Channel 2 News.
Welcome back. If you have an idea for a story you'd like us to investigate or event we should cover, let us know. Send us an email to tips@stn2.tv, or you can submit a tip through text message at 860-631-STN2. Also get all your campus updates by following us on Twitter at twitter.com/STN2.
After almost a year-long hiatus, the campus radio station WSAM kicked off their return with a pre-spring fling event in Alumni Plaza. Newscast Director Ashley Kaufman has more.
Live music, giveaways, and free food were available for students as they passed between Hawk Hall and Commons on Wednesday, April 15th. WSAM teamed up with the university's Audio Engineering Society and Red Tail Records in an attempt to catch the interest of potential new members. Last spring, the station was forced to shut down for the semester and move all their equipment out due to asbestos found in the ceiling. The organization took their time off to plan big changes for their reopening this week. With the renovations came this new live studio, which allows student groups and groups from off campus to record and produce their music in real time to broadcast it throughout the school and throughout the country.
Now we have a whole new studio that students can use. We're going to rent it out to people outside of the university, and of course students can use it for free. So any musicians on campus that want to use the studio, you're more than welcome to come on down.
Members are still able to host their own shows and are given hands-on experiences that mimic those carried out by professional stations.
I actually just had an internship over break at a radio station back home on Long Island, and I told them how long I've been working with the radio station, and everything that I told them that we do here, they do exactly there. So this is basically on-the-job training.
Ashley Kaufman, STN, Channel 2 News.
For information on how to get involved with WSAM and the other organizations at this event, visit our website, stn2.tv.
There have been ticks found with the potential deadly Powassan virus in Connecticut in the towns of Branford and Bridgeport. STN reporter Krista Gray went to find out more.
But it's a virus that deer ticks can transmit to humans, and it's something that is very interesting because there isn't a cure, there isn't a treatment for it. So if someone gets bitten by the tick, it doesn't mean that they're automatically going to develop symptoms. Most people don't, but those that do, it's very serious.
Symptoms of the Powassan virus range from fever to memory loss to seizures. This usually leads to encephalitis, which is inflammation and swelling of the brain.
If you start to show symptoms, they're usually very severe, and usually it probably takes about a week to 4 weeks before you show symptoms. But if you do, you need to be hospitalized. And basically the thing that they do is supportive treatment.
Since there is no cure or vaccine, all doctors can do is help control the symptoms of the patient and hope that they survive on their own.
The good news is that it's a rare kind of occurrence. Like I said, only 50-60 cases in the last 10 years in the U.S.
If in wooded areas, people should wear clothing that covers their whole body in order to avoid ticks from getting on their skin, and use bug spray to help keep them away. If you find a tick on yourself, there are ways to go about removing it.
You can take tweezers, just kind of grab the tick, very firmly, and just with one movement, just kind of take it off you.
Students can bring any found ticks in a plastic bag to health services so they can check it out. Krista Gray, STN, Channel 2 News.
For more information, visit our website at stn2.tv.
Since its recent opening, CT Fast Track, the Central Connecticut bus-only corridor, has shown impressive numbers in ridership that went beyond expectations. Having begun service late last month, reliable numbers will not be available for a month or two, but it has been reported that some buses were packed to their full 112 passenger capacity, while others just carried 2 or 3 people. Investors of the Hartford to New Britain bus service are looking forward to more ridership numbers in order to determine how successful the project will be overall.
This past week, there has been 2 more presidential candidate announcements for the 2016 election. After years of debate and shy denials, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has joined the race for the Democratic Party. The day after Clinton's announcement, Senator Marco Rubio of Florida told the public he'll be running for the Republican candidacy. Clinton and Rubio joined Republican candidates Ted Cruz and Rand Paul in the early race for the White House. STN will keep you updated as the race begins to take shape.
Former New England Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Hernandez was found guilty of murder in the first degree in the 2013 shooting death of semi-pro football player Odin Lloyd. He was also found guilty of unlawful possession of a firearm and ammunition. A judge formally sentenced Hernandez on Wednesday to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The case now moves to an automatic appeal, which is required for all capital crimes in the state of Massachusetts. Hernandez still faces two other first-degree murder charges from a 2012 double murder in the city of Boston. And now it's that time of the show where we head over to Benny Nieves-Romani for sports. Benny, happy spring fling, bud.
You too, Scott. Hello, Hartford. Welcome to the Sports Desk. My name is Benny Nieves-Romani. This week of spring sports are heating up, and I'm not just talking about the weather. Lacrosse, baseball, softball, men and women's golf have plenty of action. Plus, we're going to take a dive into the world of professional sports as well. So stay tuned because sports is next.
A boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy. Oh, and she even talks to it. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And now, your Channel 2 Sports.
Welcome back. We're going to start off with the men's lacrosse team as they faced off against the Sacred Heart Pioneers. Did they get a W? Let's take a look at the highlights. Where the opening shot here, you know, we got home of the Hawks right here in the background. We got the two captains about to shake it off, but it's not going to be a friendly game. It's going to be actually really, really tight. As we're going to go into the opening goal, we have Kevin O'Shea with the usual, shake and bake. He shakes it, switches it across to Alec Brown, who snipes it across the net, and he breaks the 6-6 lead. Then we go to the retaliation of Sacred Heart. Midfielder Julian Gardeterio starts to play patiently, then finds a way to split the D and gives off a pass for a sniper right in the back corner to make it 7-7. But the game's not over. The game goes into overtime, and the Pioneers don't stop. They turn up the heat, and they keep the pressure up going high, and they keep the pressure going. You can see Alec Brown's shaft got broken there. Then, finally, with the dying seconds of triple overtime, the goal finds its way to the back of the net as number 10 for the Pioneers finds his way in. So, I mean, obviously you can see it was a very tight game. Hartford and Sacred Heart were going back and forth and, you know, finishing with a final score of 9-8. Kevin O'Shea did not fail to meet the standard, getting a game hat trick. With the assistance of Griffin Frainer, Trevor O'Brien, and Justin Hudgens, they all put up points to keep the game neck and neck. The two evenly matched teams pushed the game into triple overtime, and then finally, with 2 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in OT, Pioneer Jerome Rigger used the turf to bounce a shot past the blockade of Hawks, scoring a goal for the win. The Lac squad will look for revenge as they take a road trip to face Vermont on Saturday. The men's baseball team were on the road this week. They took a trip to Amherst, Massachusetts to take on the UMass Minutemen. Did the Hawks break their 2-game losing streak? Let's take a look at the board. On the road, the Hawks fall short 4-3. Overall, Hartford's 5 hits from 3 different players were unmade, but they scored 2 runs from an error thrown to second base and a wild pitch. But UMass took advantage as Mike Genelis sealed the deal for his team as he crushed a double that drove into 2. Harvard's third baseman, Ben Bingston, finished without a hit in the game but scored 2 of the Hawks' runs, reaching home plate by a walk and an error. Rookie Brent Brown suffered his first loss of the season, tagged with 1 run that broke a 1-1 stalemate before the Minutemen took the lead. Hartford softball team hosted the Yukon Huskies on Tuesday afternoon at the Hartford softball complex. Did the Lady Hawks finally catch a break and get a win? The Hawks fall short again to the Huskies with the final score being 5-0. The Lady Hawks finished the game without a hit. Despite them not hitting, they had 6 total runners on base, including 3 in the scoring position, but failed to convert.
In the third inning is when the ladies from the Stores began scoring with Emma Stanley smacking a double, leading Lexi Guilford to bring her in home on a single. The second run came from Melissa Gardea hitting a fourth home run from her of the year. The final 3 runs came from a long ball from Emma O'Donnell, and now her team leading in 5th of the season. The Hawks have a 3-game series against UMass Lowell this weekend. Switching over from softball to men's golf, the Hawks have been in form all year. Let's see how the team performed at the Till Duty is Done Invitational. The golf team's hard work seems to be paying off as they place overall first out of 16 teams. Junior Will Brett stole the show as he finished up with subpar performance among the entire field. He finished the tournament 6 strokes under par. In addition to Betts having a great second round, rookie Alex Rainville finished overall in a tie for 6th place. Rainville had 4 strokes over par to end the day. The Shining Star duo of Betts and Rainville helped bring the first team title of the spring season since the win at the Bulls Bridge last fall. Speaking of shining stars, Betts has not only outperformed the competition, but he outperformed himself. Betts received a few honors to add to his golf career. At the Till Duty Championship, he won the individual medalist honor. Betts outdid 88 golfers and was the only golfer in the event to shoot under par. He finished 6 under, which means the best score by far. The only competition Betts had come in second place, and he did not even come close to his stats. He finished at even par. The first individual title for the junior as he's trying to add more trophies to himself and his squad. The women's golf team headed to Monmouth Quad match in Middletown, New Jersey. For the Lady Hawks, it was their second to last event scheduled for this time of the season. Let's see how they did. Freshman Brittany Ferrante reached a career low round of 73 to a 23 golfer field. It was her first collegiate medalist honors. Ferrante's single round 79 is 4 strokes better than the previous career low, which came at the ECAC championship back in the fall semester. Ferrante's first place finish led the Hawks to their first team championship of the year, beating out Fairfield University by 7 strokes. Next for the women's team is a 3-round event down in Walt Disney World Properties. Now we're going to take a little break from the Hartford Athletics to dive into the world of the pros. We're going to check up on the Masters, Tiger Woods' new injury, and the NHL playoffs. Now let's take a pause for the pros. The humble kid Jordan Spieth from Dallas, Texas, wrapped up the Masters Championship at Augusta National Golf Club with ease. Under relaxing temperatures of Augusta National, Spieth shot 2 under par 70 to finish at 18, 270, and 4 shots clear of 3-time Masters champion Phil Mickelson and 2013 U.S. Open victor Justin Rose. At just 21 years old, Spieth became the second youngest winner of the Masters, not only lifting up the famous white scoreboard, but also the history books. Hashtag Spieth is lit. On the other side of the Masters, Tiger Woods didn't do as hot as Spieth. Woods injured his wrist while on the 9th hole in the final round of the Masters. His attempt to hit a shot from the straw drove his iron into the root. He immediately grabbed his hand in pain, and it was visible there was an injury. Woods is even dropping his shoulder when he was walking up the green. Nonetheless, Woods put some dirt on it, recovered, and completed the round. Their injury could not have come at a worse time, as he nearly took 6 months off to return to his first major. However, Woods will be taking some time off in order to heal. Taking things to the ice for the NHL playoffs, the Nashville Predators faced against the Chicago Blackhawks. The Blackhawks took home the W, winning 1-0. Another game was played, the Washington Capitals against the New York Islanders. The victors of this game were the Islanders, 1-0. The Vancouver Canucks lost to the Calgary Flames by just 1. The Montreal Canadiens beat Ottawa Senators 1-0. Finally, the Rangers, Red Wings, and the Wild and the Ducks all sealed wins. NHL playoffs continue more for this upcoming week. Be on the lookout for more spring sports as the semester comes down to an end. This Saturday, catch the softball team in a doubleheader against UMass Lowell here at home. If you don't have plans this weekend for spring fling, come out and show your support.
I have a feeling most people are probably going to have plans. That's just me. I don't know. It's something. Maybe I'm crazy. Who knows?
Maybe
Maybe
there's some dedicated fans, you know?
Yeah, I suppose. If you got nothing going on, why not?
Or maybe
go support your
both.
Hawks.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's going to be a great weekend, right? Good weather.
Yes, good weather in the upcoming week. Much better than what we've been used to having.
Absolutely. The snow is gone. We don't have to say that dreaded word for a while now.
New England.
Yeah, it is. No, but I mean, as long as we're in April and getting into May, I'm having a hard time believing there's only like 2 or 3 weeks left in school. It's crazy to believe.
Just 2 or 3?
Yeah, it's almost coming. So we've got a couple more newscasts for you, so be sure to tune in for us. But until then, I'm Scott Roberts.
And I'm Johnny Wade.
Be safe. Have a great spring fling. We'll see you next Friday.